you're teaching this stuff, you're going to be doing a lot of teaching. If you're teaching this, you're going to do a lot of teaching, a lot of coaching, because you're teaching some skills. And I've said this at many clinics before, that there isn't an offense in this world that I couldn't pick up in a half hour. I don't care what it is. And it's not that I'm that smart or anything like that. It's just that there's nothing to it. But when it comes to teaching a guy how to dribble, and when you want to spend some time on passing, and when you want to work on a guy shooting, who knows how long that's going to take. If you're lucky, it'll happen quick. But if under normal circumstance, it's going to take you a long time to teach a guy how to dribble. And what you have there is just a sense there that there's not enough teaching going on as far as these fundamentals are concerned. There was never one single thing that I ever asked a player to do that didn't show up in the game. Somewhere, whatever I asked him to do had to be seen by him at some time during the game. Otherwise, I wouldn't ask him to do it. And to me, that's very important. I tell my guys that whoever brings the ball up the court, who's ever guarding you does not have eyes in the back of his head. And the only constraints that you have, the only difficulties that you have are caused by whatever fundamental flaws there are in your game. So that if you cannot dribble well with your left hand, you cannot dribble well with your right hand, if you don't have any dribble moves in there to get yourself open, and somebody can say they'll force you down the side or they'll force you in the middle, then you're not fundamentally sound. And so what we do and what we did at Princeton for many years, and this is how I'm going to start off, is work with our guards in here on some kind of dribble moves so that they can play with the guy on the side. So you can throw it to the guy on the side, right? And so one of the more common ones, and I'll have all the guards get in one line in here, all right? And let's get another ball down there. Somebody get a couple of balls. And then Renee, start back behind the line there, and you're going to play with Eric in there and make some kind of dribble move that's going to, you're going to throw the ball to Eric and cut. All right, go ahead. Any kind of dribble move. All right? Okay. And I'll cut. Then just go back to the end of the line. Look for the ball, get it, throw it to him, and he'll take it to the end of the line. Go ahead, Marcus. All right? All right? Here you go. All right? Good. All right? All right? All right? All right? All right? Okay. This is probably more for your high school coaches, and I don't know, I don't think it would apply to the college coach, although it might. I think I've seen a couple pros that can't dribble either. No offense meant. But the first thing you don't want to do is you don't want to stare down at the ground. You want to look at him, or maybe you want to look at there. And let's say you're going to give a good crossover dribble. You got to keep in mind that this guy here is in front of you, so that when you do it, you have to move the ball quickly, get me off balance. It's got to go from your left hand to your right as fast as you can, because he's got his hands out there digging. All right? So go ahead and do it. A little faster than that, okay? And that was through your legs. All right? Now, there's some of you old-fashioned guys that are as old as I am, or maybe older, that might frown on that. I don't think you should. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. He's going to cross there like that real hard. The key is, go ahead, and he goes, that's fine. That's quick. That's good enough. And the purpose of every dribble that you do is that when he comes and go through this a little slower, Rene, is that when he makes his move, he wants me here. He wants me here so you can see where he's throwing it. There's Troy. Now, if he's here, Troy's guarding Eric. If Eric is being played hard, he can see that. Right? But if I'm standing in here like this in front of him, I'm liable to get a hand on the ball. So whether he's trying to penetrate to go to the basket for some kind of a layup, wherever he is, or whether he wants to try to beat some man in transition on the fast break, or whether he just wants to initiate the offense, he's got to have some kind of dribble move. And I'd say for 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes every day, if you had gone to Princeton, you'd see us working on some kind of dribble move with everybody. This guy wants to get something started. And so here he's gonna beat me with a little crossover so he can see that he wants to throw it to Eric. All right, go ahead. All right, good. A little faster than that. Okay, Marcus. Go ahead. Here you go. That's it. That's it. Okay, keep your head up. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now don't get too close to the guy you're throwing it to. Okay, all right. Good, Marcus. Good. Good. Not too bad. Good. Okay, good. Not too bad. Okay, Jimmy. All right, come on. That's it. Okay. And what you might want to do is you might want to have a coach here that's a lot springier than I am, that would want to get his body in front of his man there to try to prevent that, all right? Now what happens in here, that the center, Rene, has got to set his man up for what he's trying to do. He's got to have some idea. He wants to make it easy, all right? And you'll find out that a lot of my sayings, I didn't pick it up myself, is that you work hard to make things easy. Why do you work hard? Why do you work hard? To make things easy, all right? And it's not that I invented that statement, because if you don't mind a little anecdote, that's what Ginger Rogers said about Fred Astaire. She had been asking him why they practice so hard, and that's what he said. We work hard to make things easy. And so here's a guard here. Rene's going to set up. The defense can't look at that crossover all the time, so he might want to try something different. And let's say what is different is that he'd like to get me to think that he's going that way, and so when I go to pick him up in there like that, he reverses his dribble. Okay, goes through his leg again. That's one of his favorite moves, I think. All right, so he comes in there and this guy starts digging, and do it again. But now, how about giving me the back of your body? Just reverse your dribble. That's it. And he turns around in there like that, and then he cuts again. All right? Okay, go ahead, Marcus. Here you go. Okay. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Whoa! Out of the way here. Okay. All right? It's not how fast you go, fellas. It's not how fast you go. Go a little slower now. Just go a little slower. That's it. A little slower. Oh, okay. If you had to examine that, the first thing you'd say here is that they're taking too much room. You're taking too much room. You wanted to criticize this in a constructive manner, of course. All right? They're taking too much room. So that when Rene comes in here like that, he still wants to keep the distance between himself and the guy he's throwing to. The modern terminology for that is spacing, right? Years ago, you used to say, you don't want to get too close to your man. Now they got more technical, and so they go spacing, keep your spacing, right? So what happened here is that you don't want to take so much room, and you might be going a little bit too fast in there like that. Just remember, you're trying to throw the ball to him, and you're trying to throw at this angle. And here's something you got to keep in mind, if you would, that when Rene comes down in here like this, and he goes in here like this and tries to make a pass from here, it's going to get swiped. All right? Back here. There's no place to go. He's got to keep this angle here if he can. And the best way to do that is to go in one direction and come back in the other. Not going too far. There it is. You still have that angle, so you can pass it. So in the event he would go back door, because this is what he's going to do. This is what he's going to do. Every time he's overplayed, he's going back door. Right? So it's not how fast you do that. All right? It's the way you set it up. All right? So we had a crossover, and now just go to the slower, more slowly in here, and then reverse your dribble, throw it and cut. Go ahead. Now cut. All right. Okay? Here you go. That's it. Here you go. Good, good. Good, good, Nathan. All right. Good. All right. Good. All right. Good. Okay, oh, that's good. All right. And so what you do is you change the direction of your body and the ball with one hand, as opposed to crossover dribble with one hand. I've heard it mentioned, the paw dribble. One time when Jeff Petrie played for me, I taught him this move, and he went up to Poconos to play during the summer, and this guy said, "Did you ever hear of the paw dribble?" So somebody had given it a name. I mean, I call it inside hand because that's what you're doing. You're exposing, Rene, you're exposing your right hand to me. And you're going in that direction there, and then when you stay there, when you get close, you're going to pull it out like that. That's it. And what he did is what I see a lot of action with the hand, but I don't know if there's enough movement on the ball in here. And it's risky, because what happens in here, right here, you're violating every rule that you have. You don't want that inside hand change, but what happens, you're coming down in here like that, and you're kicking off, and the ball goes over like that. I mean, there's not so much of this as so much as there's movement on the ball, because you want to throw it to him. All right? So just do it that way. See if you can. Not so much, and go a little slow. You're going over. That's it. Here you go. Throw it to him. That's it. That's it. Oh, up, get it going. Going this way. Don't stare at the ground. That's pretty good. That's it. No, too much action there, not enough movement there. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right? Pretty good. Good, Jimmy. Pull it. Okay. There's not so much of this as so much as there's movement on the ball, because you want to throw it to him. All right? Sometimes you'll hear a guy say, force him into the middle. Another guy will say, force him down the side. And I think down through the years, I can safely say, with some accuracy, that no one could say that against any team that I coach. I mean, they could say it, but it didn't work. You couldn't say, here, keep that guy out of the middle by forcing down the side, because we would work hard on these moves in here like that, and if Nathan would, after a couple of weeks of practice, he would understand that if he went there real hard down with your right hand, go ahead, that I chase you down in there like that, and real quickly, boom, get out of there. That's it, you take the middle. Right? Or that force them down side. Don't let him go in the middle. That's it. That's it. It's the same thing. Get back in here, and he could do it. So in other words, what I'm saying is if you can dribble the ball, this guy on defense, as I said, does not have eyes in the back of his head. And so the better fundamentally you are, the better off you are. Okay? So what happens there is we're doing that for 6 minutes. All right? And they would try it on the other side because you have to, he would swing the ball. All right? And let's get our 3 guys over there. Let's get the balls over here. All right? And so, Renee, you have him. And when he comes down the court like that, he's being played hard here. And but he sees that Antoine is not being played hard. All right? And so, and he comes down there, he swings it. Boom. All right. And so, do it again. All right? That's it. And what he does, I mean, he saw that all the way back there. He saw the side was being played tight. He saw that. So you're going to set that up in there. Maybe what you'll do is you'll dribble hard down there, reverse your dribble, and then swing it. That's it. That's it. Swing it. That's it. All right? He sees that. Come up to the cone, cross his dribble over, and go in for a lefty layup. Go ahead, John. That's it. All right, here you go. All right. Go closer to the cone. All right. The first thing you see when you do this is that these fellas here are not as good at this as our guards were. They're not as good with the ball as our guards were. And that's to be expected. Because I know sometimes when a high school coach sees a big guy, the first thing he does is put him down the block. He tells him to stop dribbling the ball, throw it to the guard. Don't take any outside shots. That happens a lot. And yet, there isn't one guy here that's as tall as Magic Johnson. Not one. And no one stopped him from dribbling. Thank goodness they didn't. Or Michael Jordan, or some of these great players who are tall that also are skillful. You don't want to stop that. Now, when you come across here, Sean, here you got to remember that your guy is moving on defense, and so you put the ball out in front of him like that, he's just going to steal it. So you got to go across there, go slow, go across there, get me to move in here. Get me to move. And then in here, as you kick off with that foot and the ball comes right across your body. Not too much, I'm good. Here I am. All right? It's got to go across in there like this, and it may not be a good dribble. It might be that the spin dribble is better. So as you come across in here like this, you're looking as though you're going to play with one of your teammates, and you come off in here like this and kick off, and the ball comes right over. Just like that. Here you go. 1, 2. There you go. You're looking across the court there. Here you go. Come on. That's it. Not bad. A little bit more movement there. Come on. Here you go. A little too far over that way. Not too bad, Eric. Better than you've been doing it. Here you go. Ah, nothing. Come on. Hiya! Nothing there. It's got to go slow and get it right. If you have to go slow, get it right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh yes. Not too bad. Now watch. Go slow this time, Tommy. Go slow. Just go do it slow. Bring it across. Oh, not bad. All right. Here you go. Ah, it's a little better. A little better. Okay, here you go. Oh, a little better. I got to show. See now, right here, if you're a high school coach, you'll get you didn't tell me your name.
Yeah.
Anthony. You'll get Anthony over there and show him how to do it. And so one of the flaws I have with thinking, and I picked this up from Thomas Jefferson, as you know, was a great American. He called it the education of the discretion. I'm going to have to explain that for my boys because school didn't start yet and they're not ready. All right? So what he meant was teach a guy to know how to do something. So here comes a guy doesn't have a good dribble. And so you say, well, he can't dribble, that guy. He doesn't have a spin dribble. So let him do something else. Well, Thomas Jefferson would say, as I would say, show him how to do it. Show him how to do it. If there's any talent in there somewhere, it's going to come out fast. It doesn't take 50 years to learn. It's going to come out fast. Now here we go, and this time what we'll do is we'll spin, because when this guy comes across in there like that, in here, this guy starts to dig, and here again, you're not shooting so much for how fast you go. You're shooting to make it nice and tight and use your body in there, and go ahead. There you go. Come on, let's go. Keep your head up. You're not used to that. Here you go. Pretty good. Pretty good. Don't take too much room. We have our guards over here and our forwards over here. And the balls are over here. And for want of a better name, I used to call this drive drill. You start right over there. Joe. Ryan. Okay, Ryan, start over there. And he's going to dribble the ball over. This is the guy that's guarding Eric, because if those two guys want to play together, the only way they can do that is for Ryan to throw it to him. That's one. All right? And he sees that he's closely guarded, it's going to be swiped. Can't do that. So now he can take it over to him. All right? That's two. That's provided he can dribble. And so when you talk about what you're going to try to do, what you're going to try to teach, you've got to build that up by teaching the things that you're going to do when you're playing. All right? So there's timing involved here for these two guys. He's got to get me to move. Got to get me to move so he can come off this thing. Ryan's got to get the guy in front of him to move too, because if you recall, I said the main job is to keep the guy that's in front of him on his side. Get him on his side. And so that when he comes across in here to set this screen, and that dummy there is the screen, it'll be me. Come on, he's got to move me a little bit. And so as I come across in here, he's ahead. He's just enough ahead. He comes down in there like that, dribble with his left hand, and picks me right there. Steps right in there and sticks his hand up just a little bit. He can't stick it out this far. They'll call an offensive foul. But sometimes you'll run into some teams where the coach of the other team doesn't like the way you're screening, and I've heard this happen before. You'll yell, knock him on his rear end, in a different word, all right? And so this elbow here keeps you from getting racked in the throat by somebody that doesn't believe in Christian virtues, all right? And so when that thing goes up there, you go to hurt him, he'll just give you that, and you can't do it. Protects you from being run down. Eric is coming around here. He's run his man into the pick in here, and as he has the ball, as he's handed the ball in here like this, he's already looking to see what he's got here. He's looking. And what he should see is Ryan's man and this guy that's been picked, and if he sees they're about even, he looks like he might have a shot at going in for a layup, all right? That's your first one, all right? So go in for a layup. Pretty good, go pretty close, all right? Here you go, come on, Sean. Close, good. All right, here you go. Good, Marcus, good. All right, oh, that's nice. Here you go. Good, keep your head up, Tommy. Keep your head up, you wanna watch where you're going? Good, Anthony. Here you go. And so he comes across in there, and he lost me a little bit, and I'm trailing him here, and I'm trying to catch up to him in there like that. And so when he sees, hand off there, Ryan, and he sees I'm going over, then he's going to drive back the opposite way. There you go. So stop behind the screen and drive the opposite way. All right? Here you go. Take a look. Oh, there's a 2-foot layup there. Here you go. Stop at the screen. Good, Renee, good. Pick the guy, Sean, pick him. All right, here you go. So you get a 1-foot layup out of that. 1-foot layup. Good. Try to shoot it on this side of the basket. Here you go. Good, Sean, good. Here you go. Come on, set the screen, Troy. There you go. Put the layup in. Good. Now what happens is he comes across there. Who's on D? I'm on D. Here he goes. You got a guy who's taught to overplay, deny. All right? And so you might hear it from the bench. Sometimes you hear it from the stands. They're so indoctrinated to the denial defense, they'll all yell, deny, deny. And so what happens in here, he comes across in there and he tries to beat you. Hold it, go slow, Troy. He tries to beat you to the spot. All right. And when, come on. And when you try to explain this, you can show this, the guy with the ball, you can show your team just what happens when this guy comes towards the ball in here like that, and he causes trouble for him. He'll never get it. While he's going by, he just might knock it out of his hand. All that baloney. So don't go towards the ball when you're closely guarded. So you're going back door. There you go. All right, come on. Here you go. All right, pretty good. Come on down this way, Eric, and then go across. Good. A little too close to him. You don't get too close to him. Try to hit him right about here. Try to hit him right about here. Right about here, Troy. Right about here, go across there. All right, pretty good. All right. All right, a little better pass, Nathan. Here you go. Don't pick it up. That one's going to get, somebody's going to get his hand on it. Somebody's going to steal that one, Marcus. All right, okay. Now, if they can, and if you want to do something here too, that'll help you. You've just been working on your dribbling, so you may want to say to the top line, before you take it over, try a crossover. You might want to say to your top line, work on the spin. Spin before you take it over. work on inside hand change. So you try to combine a little bit of your earlier teaching with what you're doing now. What you're going to see is that this is a hard pass to make with the left hand, right? And so there again, you get to the point where you want to say, well, forget it, he can't do it. Try it a little bit, see what happens, all right? And so when he comes down in here like that, and get a little closer to me before you go back door. You guard him, Troy. And you got to make him think you want the ball. There you go, good. And you shoot it right off your dribble, all right? And what I try to tell my guys, if you can, let's do it in slow motion. As he comes up in here, come on, go slow. He comes up here, whoa, right there. Right there, as soon as you see that arm there, you know you got a shot at it. And if your pass here could just sort of go off this Troy's rear end so that you get him before he either opens to the ball or he sticks his other hand down. In other words, he might open to the ball, and if you throw it to him where he opens to the ball, Troy. No, that's the other way. Right. You're going to throw it right into his hands. So if you can, here it goes, just right behind his rear end, all right? And he goes in there to shoot it. Now, that takes a little bit of time. This guy's got to dribble here with his left hand. So you start down there and you get a good angle in there like that, all right? Right about here. Take it across from this angle. Go ahead, Ryan, here you go. All right, go ahead. Good, all right? Go ahead, come on, right about this angle. Time it, Renee. Good, and you'll hear that little squeak. Go ahead. You'll hear that little squeak. Good, all right? That's Sean, maybe just a little bit too much back here. That guy can see that, all right? Shove it off here. All right, whoa, there you go. All right? Pretty good. 2 foot layup. Can't we get into a 1 foot layup? Troy, somebody's got to get a hand on that pass. Yo, on that one too, Marcus. They're going to get a hand on that pass. Yo, okay, hold it. Now you got to find out if it's going to work against somebody. Go ahead. Whoa, now, see that? Now you got a coaching point there. Because I got to tell Sean, you cut too soon. Come around for the ball, Sean. You can come around for the ball. Go ahead. You don't know if he's going to deny you. Go ahead. Come on. Good. What you got? There you go. Pretty good. All right. All right. Go ahead. Come on. Good. Stop. Take a look. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good point right there. Hold it. That's all right. Come on, Anthony. See, when you go to do that in here, you're going to find some of your guys are going to do that. Go like this. All right? But sometimes what happens is when he goes there, go back door. See? So that's why you have to hand it off. All right? Here you go. Come on. Go. Step right in. There you go. Hand it. That's why you have to do that. All right? Good. Here you go. Good. Take a look. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Now, right here, Renee, right here. If I had to try to help you a little bit. All right? Come on. Right here. Go ahead, set the screen. Right here. Right here. Whoa, right there. I'd start looking, Renee. I'd start looking. Right? Right in here, you're starting to look to see what you got. All right? Because maybe they're both pretty far back. All right? And you might want to take a look at a shot. You see a little space in there? All right? Move down there a little, Sean. You see a little space? All right, take it. All right? Or you see him sliding through in there? He might come back. But take a look over there, all right? But they still got something good out of it. All right, here you go. Now we want to do a little shooting, all right? And so I'm going to do 3 shooting drills. That's all. And one of them here that I'm going to show you now is what we would do after we did some heavy running. And we did some, by the way, just out of coincidence, I have never done a suicide drill in my life as a coach. I've never done that. That's a little provocative, I know, because some people love that. I've always felt that it seems to me that you should be able to think of something better or more useful to get your guys into condition than that. All right? I've never done that. So we did some running. It's called an and two drill. I can't show it to you now, but I picked it up from the Knicks back in 1954, 52. Just got out of college. And they were playing against the Minneapolis Lakers, and they were running a 5-man running drill with passing. It's unbelievable, no dribbling. And what happened was, this was at the end of the year, and they were so tired, you'd think they wouldn't do it right. But they were having so much fun. I copied it, and it's been one of the staples of all my drills since I've been coaching. But this is it, we've run, and you're tired, and this is the best time to shoot. What you're going to do here is pass the ball, and Antoine, you're going to come to get it right about there and square and shoot it. Get your own ball and take it over to that line, and you're just going to run right over here to this line. All right? Go ahead. That's it. Go ahead. That's it. Keep her going now. Get your own ball. Get your own ball. Yo. Okay, good. Good, fellas, good. Now what happens here, they're going to their left shooting a J. And I would do this drill for 4 minutes. 4. 1 minute coming this way, 1 minute going into the corner, so they pivot off this foot, they're going to the right, then the balls come over here, and we shoot over there for 1 minute, and 1 minute in that corner, a total of 4 minutes at each basket, which would take 8 minutes. And then, if my team was good, if a team could shoot, in 4 minutes, they would hit 80 to 90 shots. 80 to 90 shots they would hit in that time. If they're not a very good shooting team, they're down in the 60s. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this for 1 minute. All right? And that fellow over there, I'll look at the time, and you count the ones they make in 1 minute, just for the heck of it. All right? Are you ready? Let's go. Ready? Go. One, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. You can get in a little closer if you want. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yo, count it. 14. All right. 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yo! Okay, all right. What you'll see when you go to do this, now you've got to envision, if you can, that these guys are tired. We've just run a lot and they're huffing and puffing and they're tired. And I like to do that when you're tired because that's what happens in the game, all right? So that's one of my shooting drills, and we used to do that a lot. If you want, I'm not going to do it with except for about three times because I'm trying to save tape here. The first 3 guys do it, and then after 3 we'll stop. Come and go. We're going over there. Come and get the ball, and then take one dribble to your left and shoot a J. All right? Go ahead. Just that's it. Get your own ball. Here you go. Yo, hold it right there. Now put the balls over here, okay? Now this time, when you go, you're going to your right, take 2 dribbles. Right. Okay, good fellas, good. Another provocative remark, if you don't mind. I've never been a great practitioner of stretching. Of course, my friends will tell me that's why I'm hurt all the time now. All right? I've always felt that the 20 minutes that you use for stretching, you could warm up by shooting. Now that is offensive to somebody who believes that, but I don't mean it in that way. I don't mean it to hurt anybody's feelings or to get. I just felt that a guy could be in the locker room and do his stretching, but once you got on the floor, I've always felt that you should start to play, right? So you warm up with some layups, but after warming up with layups every day, it gets a little tiresome. So sometimes the first 15 minutes of practice, I would do this 2-ball shooting drill, all right? And so Antoine, you start off by shooting it, all right? And you're feeding, Sean, you're feeding, and so are you, Tommy, all right? So you're underneath the basket, Sean, all right? And here, okay, he's got the ball. And so what Antoine would do is, on the first pass, he would come towards the ball and shoot it. Okay, go ahead. That's it, all right? On the second pass, he would fade and shoot it. That's it. Okay. Then come on back. That's it. Here you go. That's it. Here you go. Now you fade. All right. All right. Throw him a better pass. That's good. A little faster now, Antoine. All right. All right. Good. Whoa. Okay. And maybe this fade could be a little bit different after you get it in here like this. You could throw it across and go this way, Antoine. 1, 2, 3, and come back and fade. All right, just try that. All right, go ahead. See how that. That's it. Fade back, fade backwards. All right, that's it. Good. Now fade. That's it. Okay, good. All right, good enough, Antoine. Good. Well, what happens there is that he would shoot about 7 times. he would shoot about 7 times, all right? And then Tom would shoot, all right? And then he'd shoot about 7 times. And the whole thing would last 3 minutes. The whole thing would last 3 minutes, and then the manager would hit the clock, and then they'd go to another basket. And then we had 5 baskets, and then we had 3 groups in each basket, and so they'd rotate to the basket, and in 15 minutes there, each guy would get over 150 shots, which to me is important, getting the shots. In addition to that, they were sweating. When they come off through that drill, we get started on maybe a skeleton offense or play some defense. You'd see that they were sweating here, and there's a nice bead of sweat on their jerseys. And I knew they were warmed up then in 15 minutes, all right? Dribble over to him, come off that screen and shoot a J. That's it, and pop back out. All right, and that's all we do. Go ahead, here you go. All right, you can get in there closer. It doesn't have to be a 3. Doesn't have to be a 3, fellas. Good, good. Doesn't have to be a 3. Here you go. All right, oh, okay. Then off that, we throw the ball back to the guy that set the screen. Here you go. Okay, release from that a little bit better, Antoine. Don't turn your back to your man. That's it. There you go. Here you go. All right. Good, 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 fellas, good. Good, hold it, good. And sometimes I try to combine to save time to work on their dribble moves while they were working on their shooting. So now, Sean, you take 2 dribbles down into the corner, reverse your dribble, and bring it up to the same spot. Do the same thing. Go ahead. That's it. There you go. Here you go. Up. All right, too bad. Here you go. Shoot it or throw it back. All right? Here you go. Good. You can shoot it if you want. That's it. Okay, whoa, yo. And we do the same thing here. He would take it down there and do the same thing. All right? And now you're going left and you're going right. You're going left and you're going right. And this is especially good for a high school guy because here it is, after 45, 46 years of coaching, I still have to hear a guy yell, make him go left, make him go left. After all these years, you mean to tell me that we haven't solved that problem of guys only going one way? I mean, I see that even in the pros. There are guys that when they get the ball, they do the same thing every time. Which brings me to the point.